comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
You wanted to see me, Shane?
Money, 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 money,
Shane!
money. Oh, hey, there you are. Just the guy I've been looking for.
Yeah, I got a message. You had something important to tell me. What's the deal?
Well, I've got some very exciting news for you. Effective immediately, you've been traded from Raw to SmackDown.
Traded? What for? Did I get on somebody's bad side or something?
No, exactly the opposite. I represented Raw in this deal. And let me tell you, Teddy Long was willing to give up like half his roster to get you on SmackDown. He's convinced that a superstar like yourself, well, it's exactly what Teddy needs to take SmackDown to the top.
Well, I guess I can't argue with that. And I would love a chance to wear that World Heavyweight title around my waist.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened sooner rather than later. So on behalf of Raw, let me be the first to congratulate you on a new career as a SmackDown superstar.
Well, on behalf of SmackDown, let me be the first to offer Raw my condolences on officially becoming the #2 brand in sports entertainment. Later, Shane-O.
Things funny. Been hood rats, the Playboy bunnies. They see the...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of SmackDown. This is Michael Cole here with my broadcast partner Taz at ringside. And Taz, how'd you like to be in this man's shoes tonight?
I can't believe you'd even ask me that, Cole. If you're willing to be the special referee in a match between Benoit and Taker, you're either stupid or crazy. And here I was thinking Teddy Long actually liked this guy. I don't envy him one bit.
And the opponent, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 234 pounds, Chris Benoit. And the opponent, from Death Valley, weighing in at 305 pounds, The Undertaker.
Good evening, and welcome to Los Angeles, where a sellout crowd is ready for some SmackDown action. I'm Michael Cole here with Taz at ringside.
Yeah, baby, LA, it's always full of the stars, but tonight, they're gonna get to see some WWE superstars.
And not just any superstars, but the SmackDown superstars, the greatest superstars in sports entertainment. Tinseltown will never be the same. That reversal, he's taken a little time to give his opponent a piece of his mind.
You sure you can spare it, Cole?
And there's the submission hold. And here's a little something for the fans. That's why they love him.
You know what? But who cares what they think? All he's doing here is giving his opponent a chance to recover.
And there's the reversal. Look at this. No fear on the face of this superstar.
Yeah, that and 50 cents will get you a cup of coffee. Chris Benoit's a great technical wrestler, no doubt about it, I'm telling you. But after taking... Oh,
look at him, he's just radiating confidence. And he's got a lot to be confident about.
Yeah, but he looks a little overconfident to me, Cole. And that could come back to bite him on a you-know-what.
Talk about adding insult to injury. And these fans love it.
Yeah, well, you know what? He better worry more about the injury and less about the insult until this match is over.
It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you, the person in charge of enforcing the rules is blatantly violating them here.
The thing you got to remember about the Undertaker is that 50% of his style, his offense, is about getting inside the head of his opponent. If you can keep your cool and keep your head together in the ring with him, you're halfway home.
But you're not taking into account the power and experience of the dead. That's just about the last position you want to find yourself in.
No doubt. I don't care how tough you are. That hurts. Here's a move that'll have you singing soprano afterward.
And that ring rope is even less forgiving than it looks, folks. This is not a position you want to find yourself in. Submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him. You know what? This Cena, he spends a lot of time running his mouth, Cole. If it was me, I'd put a little bit more energy into proving my in-ring skills.
Cena's a WWE champion, Taz. How much more improvement do you really need?
I know the guy's on top. I understand that. He's WWE champion. I understand that. Sometimes it's easier to become champion than stay champion. You know, Cole, I got a lot of respect for Chris Benoit, but he also jumped back and forth between Raw and SmackDown more than any other superstar. It almost looks to me like he might be choosing the path of least resistance, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I doubt that very much, Taz. Chris Benoit never runs from anything. He's no coward.
Whoa, listen, I'm not calling Benoit a coward. I'm just saying that he might have a knack for picking his spots. He's got a surgically repaired neck, don't we forget. Who could blame him for wanting to take things easy?
Well, from what I've seen of Chris Benoit lately, top rope moves can win or lose you the match. There's very little middle ground. Look out! The referee's been knocked out!
And this is where things start getting a little interesting, Cole. Wow, great reversal.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner. I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary Deadman, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but I think we know where he's going with this, Cole.
Here it comes. The FU! He just drove his opponent straight into the ground.
Oh, man. This is just about the last hole you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these things, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing
He's going for the submission.
and he might get it. He's got that hold locked in.
I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hold must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it. He's got his opponent on the ground. Could this be it?
This is it, all right. STFU.
Oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole. He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
Here's your winner, Chris Benoit.
Player, I don't know what the heck you were thinking last week, but you landed yourself in a whole lot of hot water. All I asked you to do was to call that match right down the middle, but I guess the Undertaker didn't see it that way. Anyway, you've got the dead man mad at you, and that's like signing your own death warrant. He's asked for a match against you, and there ain't no way I'm gonna tell that man no. But here's the really scary part. No one's seen Benoit since last week's match, and I've got no idea what's going through Benoit's head. Good luck, player. You're gonna need it.
We know that music. Here comes The Undertaker. Under normal circumstances, he'd be considered the most intimidating superstar on SmackDown, but I'd say he's in a particularly foul mood tonight after the controversial match he had with Chris Benoit last week.
Come on, Cole. Have you ever seen The Undertaker in a good mood? Besides, I can understand why Taker is angry. Thanks to the ref, the match didn't solve nothing between the Deadman and the Rabid Wolverine.
You know, I thought I felt sorry for this man last week when he had to referee one of The Undertaker's matches, but now he's got to compete in one.
Well, that's what happens when you try to play favorites as a special referee.
Frankly, I'm not even sure that he played favorites, Taz. This could all be some sort of misunderstanding, but nevertheless, I guess we all understand now why no one else wanted to referee that match last week. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to sunny San Jose, California. You're not going to believe what we've got for you tonight.
No doubt, Cole. Tonight's show's completely off the hook as we do it West Coast style.
You got that right. And so are these San Jose fans. They can't wait to see the SmackDown superstars in action, and neither can I. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
That was a textbook reversal. You feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match. Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one she's turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE.
I think these fans know what's coming next.
You know it, Cole. The F.U. Man, get a load of that power. You know, Cole,
he could pin his opponent right here. The referee's hand was coming down for a 3 count.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not. He's going up, and what goes up must come down. When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it. But they just can't compete with SmackDown's finest.
Come on, Cole. There's a dude with guts. These top rope moves are risky.
Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me. cool. Looks like he's going for it.
He sure is. The STFU is locked in.
I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hole must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it. It's been a long time since I saw a crowd get behind a superstar the way they have for John Cena.
Yeah, I love it. He just uses opponent's finisher against him.
I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary Deadman, the Undertaker.
Here's the pin. This could be it.
Here's your winner, John Cena!
What? I didn't mess up your match. You don't believe me? Fine. You don't scare me, Deadman. Come on!
Out of my way, Junior. I want a rematch, Taker, without your funky here.
What? Bring it!
Is that right?
I want my title match, Taker. Just you and me, so leave your little punk out.
Hey, what the hell?
Get your damn hands off me. You are mine, Deadman. I'm sick of you ducking me, Undertaker. You know I'm the most dominant superstar in SmackDown, and you know you can't prove me wrong.
You think I'm afraid of you, little man? I can't count the number of superstars who have tested themselves against the Deadman and come up short. If you insist on making this mistake, then your grieving family will have no one to blame but you when the inevitable occurs.
No, it's the Mac Militant. Coming to get it on.
Here comes SmackDown General Manager Teddy Long.
Let me holler at you, players. Now, you've obviously got some unfinished business with each other, and I respect that. But I also respect that there's a third superstar involved in this who would not have been involved if I didn't make him the special referee for your match 2 weeks ago. So tonight, for our main event, I'm giving him the chance to prove himself against you, Benoit, one-on-one. And I've got some big plans for No Mercy that involve the three of you. Holla, holla, holla.
What is T-Lo talking about?
I have no idea, partner, but if I know our general manager, they're going to be huge.
The following and the
Welcome to a sold-out SmackDown from San Antonio, Texas. Do we have an exciting show for you tonight?
Oh, I'm telling you, man, I can't wait for the action to start. Just listen to these fans. This has been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're gonna be snippy, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my number one choice for a broadcast partner, either.
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. Then you could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time. I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the
There's a dude with guts. These top rope moves are risky. He slipped out of that one. Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, oh man, this is just about the last hold you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here. I don't think there's a superstar in the history of WWE who's gone from rookie to WWE champion as quickly as John Cena has.
Yeah, Cole, but you said it yourself. John Cena has shot up real quick.
So much can go wrong from that top turnbuckle. I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of... I think we know where he's going with this, Cole.
Here it comes. The FU. He just drove his opponent straight into the ground.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when something huge is gonna go down. Looks like he's going for it.
He sure is. The STFU is locked in.
I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hold must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it. And the crowd is coming. What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury. He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz.
Here's your winner, John Cena.
What do you want, Taker?
Save your hostility for the ring, Benoit. I came to tell you that I look forward to laying our differences to rest at No Mercy.
Aren't you forgetting about somebody?
He is a distraction. This began between the two of us, and by all rights, it should end between the two of us.
I hope you're not suggesting that we form some kind of alliance. Because I don't care which one of you I have to force to tap out tonight.
I'm not suggesting anything of the kind. I've said all I came to say. Actually, there is one more thing. I hope you have no illusions that you will make me submit tonight.
Here comes Chris Benoit and Taz the Rabid. Wolverine looks even more intense and focused than usual for tonight's triple threat match.
Of course he does, Cole. There's a lot at stake here tonight. A lot of pride on the line.
Benoit must avoid losing to one of his opponents tonight in order to continue to No Mercy. And if he wins, he gets to choose the No Mercy match type. You've got to think that a triple threat match like this would favor a superstar like The Undertaker, Taz. It's hard enough to garner a victory over The Undertaker in the best of circumstances.
Maybe, maybe not. I know the other two guys in this match don't see eye to eye. But if they decide to team up against him, it could be bad news for the Deadman.
Talk about your rotten luck. It was an order from Teddy Long to put this man in the middle of the rivalry between Benoit and The Undertaker, and he's been paying for it ever since.
You see it as a bad thing, Cole, but I see it as a good thing. Let's face it. Even if he loses here tonight, an impressive showing against superstars like Benoit and The Undertaker counts for something. You know what I mean?
Good evening to our fans from Vancouver, British Columbia. Michael Cole and Taz at ringside, and what a show we've got for you tonight. Hey, partner?
Hey, Cole, it's pretty funny. You said, hey. You know, like Canadians, they always go, hey. You know, hey.
What can I say, Taz? The enthusiasm of these Vancouver fans is contagious. I can't remember the last time I saw a crowd this pumped up for SmackDown action.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Well, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover neither. You gotta stay on them and wear them down.
But what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that could have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like to whiten your teeth. Deal?
I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary Deadman. He's got his opponent on the ground. Could this be it?
This is it, all right. STFU.
It sounds like
He's going for the submission.
and he might get it. He's got that hold locked in.
I think Benoit might have lost a step or two when he took that little vacation from SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? We all know that the competition on Raw isn't exactly impressive, and I think Benoit might have gotten a little rusty.
What are you talking about? If anything, Benoit's become more impressive since he went to Raw. And it's great to see him in action again tonight.
This has been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're gonna be snippy, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. It's been a long time since I saw a crowd get behind a superstar the way they have for John Cena.
Yeah, that's great, Cole. No doubt the WWE fans, they love John Cena. I get that. But this is not a popularity contest. It's a physical, athletic competition.
I don't think Cena's got any problem being physical either, Taz. There aren't many superstars who have accomplished what he has between those ropes. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole?
What a submission maneuver. You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive.
He was one step ahead on that one.
Oh, God. The ref's on Dream Street, Cole. Anything goes now.
Unfortunately, you're right, Taz. There's no one to enforce the rules until the ref revives.
You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars. I think we know where he's going with this, Cole.
Here it comes. The FU. He just drove his opponent straight into the ground.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it. Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what.
Nice reversal. I think these fans know what's coming next.
You know it, Cole. The FU. Man, get a load of that power. You feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. You know, Cole,
He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
and that means you got to either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you got to just flat out tap out. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, I can enjoy it in peace.
Will excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
Here's your winner, John Cena.
Chris Benoit has a great deal of confidence in his abilities, but I've never gotten the sense that he's got a swelled head, Taz.
Absolutely not. This thing that they had going with The Undertaker, it wasn't about talking trash. It was about getting the respect he deserves for the career he's had.
And tonight at No Mercy could be another one of the many high points in the career of Chris Benoit. Not to take anything away from him, Taz, but I don't think many people expected him to make it to No Mercy.
I gotta agree with you. Again, nothing against the guy, but he went up against two of the greatest superstars in the history of the business. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been... Oh, my! The submission hold is locked in!
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole.
Oh, my! There's the submission hold! He's in the driver's seat now!
No doubt, Cole. If your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't... What a chair shot! Reminds me of the old ECW days.
If that's your idea of good old days, I'm glad I wasn't around for them. That's... Oh, my God! What a chair shot!
Yeah, and that don't tickle. Believe me, young lady. This has been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
What a shot! That sledgehammer will mess you up for good.
And I can't imagine how anyone could come back from something like that. I don't think there's a superstar in the history of...
I think we know where he's going with this, Cole.
Here it comes. The FU! He just drove his opponent straight into the ground.
Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
Benoit's a great technical wrestler, no doubt about it, I'm telling you.
This is getting out of control. Someone's got to stop this.
Well, you're the closest one to the action, Cole. Now, be my guest. Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed...
Look at that! Head first into the table, over and over again.
And that is not the position you want to be in at this point in a match like this.
Whoa! Getting your head slammed into that table once is bad enough, but this is too much.
I can feel the impact from here. He's doing a number on his opponent. We're crying out loud. Why does he have to use the announce table for this?
You really want to interrupt him and get an answer to that? You're more than welcome.
It's been a long time since I saw a crowd get behind a superstar the way they have for John Cena.
Yeah, that's great, Cole. No doubt the WWE fans, they love John Cena. I get that.
He's swinging for the fences with that sledgehammer.
He's all about bringing a hammer down, and that proves it. You got to be careful when you're going up there. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the dump, and there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
Not kidding, Cole. Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner, and this might be enough to get the tap out right here.
Here's the pin. This could be it. Wow, talk about cutting it close. That was almost free. I think Benoit might have lost a step or two when he took that little vacation from SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? We all know that the competition on...
This is a big risk. Will it pay off?
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little.
Looks like he's decided to grab a weapon from under the ring. Oh my! That's going to do some serious damage if someone doesn't stop this.
And who in their right mind would try to do that? You know what? This Cena, he spends a lot of time running his mouth, Cole. If it was me, I'd put a little bit more energy into proving my in-ring skills.
Cena's a WWE champion, Taz. How much more improvement do you really need?
I know the guy's on top. I understand that. He's WWE champion. I understand that. Sometimes it's easier to become champion than stay champion.
There they go, right over the barricade.
Now this is my kind of fight.
I don't think that chair is going to be good for much after this match.
Well, it's good for what he used it for, and that's all that really matters. You know, Cole, I got a lot of respect for Chris Benoit, but he also jumped back and forth between Raw and SmackDown more than...
My God, how is a human body supposed to withstand that kind of impact?
Well, if you keep getting hit like that, you don't. Plain and simple. These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas. 2 minutes in. That's why foreign objects are a superstar's best friend.
Well, I guess that depends on which end of the object you're on. I think these fans know what's coming next.
You know it, Cole. The FU. Man, get a load of that power. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Well, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a podcast partner,
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. It could be the king and queen on commentary. He just broke his opponent in half with the table.
He might break the table in half on his opponent.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. But these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole, intensity. You gotta stay on your opponent until one of you can't go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly what...
Looks like he's going for it.
He sure is. The STFU is locked in. It sounds like there's capacity.
He's going for the submission.
And he might get it. He's got that hold locked in.
Oh, man. This is just about the last hold you want to... He did it! He did it! That was incredible. Benoit and Taker spent all this time feuding over who was the dominant superstar on SmackDown, and it wasn't neither of them. It was the man standing victoriously in the ring right there.
Well, one thing's for sure, he just made the entire SmackDown locker room sit up and take notice, and the Raw locker room as well. This is a superstar who's going places and fast. This is going to go down as a memorable No Mercy, to say the least.